Yes. Hammond, I'm going to kind of turn this to you, I guess, first, because I know next weekend or 2 weekends, we got the Puma Classic and the Fall Championships at Grand Park. Just maybe a quick little preview or any addition, like any information you want to add on the event as a whole.
Sure. I mean, and the 13th and 14th, we actually got a little Rantoul tournament going on. Very small, but it'll still be good to see some teams over down in Rantoul. But no, yeah, I mean the Puma, it's the hub. It's the future games of JUCO. It's unbelievable. Like last year was my first time going, and just the level of talent that you see, like it's pretty eye opening. And I encourage kids. I always tell kids, and the portal's kind of making it, to where kids have to broaden where they look anyway. But go watch a JUCO game. Go see how good those guys are. Now go watch the Puma, and there is 50 scouts behind home plate, all like Power 4 pro guys, and all these dudes are 88 plus. Like you'll see mid 90s. Like all the bats are physical. Everybody's physical. That's like the thing that really stands out from scouting so much high school. And then you go watch that. It's just like the physicality is just so much different. I mean, they're grown men. Like they're huge, and I mean it was awesome last year. We get a lot of teams, from around the area. Some from even like Tennessee were there too. And I mean, I unfortunately will not be scouting the Puma, but I'll be at the Grand Park Fall Championships, and that's another one I'm really excited for. That's kind of the biggest tournament we do in our ecosystem in like the Midwest in the fall. So all the top, Illinois and Wisconsin teams will be there. I'll be roaming around scouting that. So really excited for that.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it, like the Grand Park Fall Championship. It coincides with the Puma Classic, which is awesome. I love the Fall Championship. You see some of the best players in Illinois that are, those baseball players that aren't putting the ball and bat down, in the fall, going to play football or golf or something. So getting some quality looks. It tends to be wood bat over there too. So like, you really got to be able to swing it to show well in a fall championship. But the fact that it runs coincided with the Puma Classic, like there are so many schools floating around Grand Park. They go watch the JUCO stuff on that Friday, most of that Saturday, and then depending on the school and how much they're getting into the high school stuff, they're either bringing multiple coaches to do both at the same time, see all the JUCO stuff, kind of split between JUCO and high school, or just seeing all JUCO, or then getting done with the JUCO and then finishing off the weekend watching a bunch of high school stuff. Like there's a ton to see for these college coaches. And it's a hard event for us to scout because there's so many fields going on. There's so many guys we want to track down and see in all the different classes too. Like there's an underclass and upper class division. But it's a great weekend, and typically the weather is phenomenal, and it looks like, hopefully, knock on some wood, we'll get the same thing this year.
Yeah, and so one thing I wanted to mention with the kind of some news that we've had the past couple of weeks, we've talked about like some guys that from the state that have gotten pulled up to the big leagues, made their debut. One guy that we had not mentioned yet was Bobby Seymour with Tampa Bay Rays. I was just checking his stats this morning. We are recording on Monday, so as of Monday, September 8th, he was hitting 200 and he hit a homer, had a couple RBIs. So cool to see that. And then Tanner Gordon, a Champaign Central grad, is with the Rockies. Before yesterday's start, he didn't have the best outing yesterday, but before that, his previous 4 starts, 23 innings, 7 earned runs, 19 Ks, and one of those games was a 6th-inning outing with 9 strikeouts against the Cubs. So kind of a little hot streak there for him, but yesterday, like I said, kind of a tougher outing. But just a couple guys from Illinois that we wanted to mention that are in the big leagues.